Today I'm going to be breaking down one of the easiest armies you can use here at Townhall 12 to 3-star any base. So here is the army composition that we are going to be using today, and as you can see it is incredibly simple. We don't even have any pieces of epic equipment, so let's jump in and we'll break it down. So the first thing we're going to be doing with this particular army composition is coming in with the giant arrow. Now you can see the archer queen shooting it off right here, and what we're looking to get is at least one air defense as well as the sweeper that is pointing in the direction we're going to be putting our Electro Dragons in from. Honestly, it should be fairly simple. Once you practice your Archer Queen's giant arrow a little bit, see the kind of direction it tends to go, you get pretty good at it pretty quickly. This is actually one of the things I use in a lot of my lower Town Hall attacks, so it is something I would definitely recommend trying to learn. So that giant arrow flies all the way through, we grab one of those air defenses, we get the sweeper as well, and then we can get going with the next phase of our attack. Our queen is going to be doing a bit of funneling over there on the left hand side. For the next phase, super easy, spamming your balloons, spamming your Edrags, and double rage straight away. So we're looking to maximize the amount of damage we get as we enter into the base. Now sometimes you could come in with one rage depending on how wide your kind of line of Edrags is, but my recommendation typically is 2 rages so you can really maximize that initial chain value you get from the Electro Dragons. Bear in mind you don't want them to spread out too much, but you do want them to spread out a little bit so they're at least getting the most of the base. They're not all hitting the exact same buildings. Raging, we typically want to rage things when we're coming under heavy fire or when we're coming up against strong defenses like Inferno Towers. Obviously single target Inferno Towers are going to be significantly more dangerous to Electro Dragons than multi-target Infernos. That is where our free spells are going to come in handy, so if you're coming up against a base with a lot of singles, you're definitely going to want to drop those free spells down on them. But for us in this particular attack, you guys will see just how insanely fast it was and how many spells we're going to be able to swag here at the end. Plenty of E-Drags left up. We didn't even have time to talk about that Town Hall takedown, so we'll talk about that in the next replay. Don't forget as well, the link for this strategy, as always here in the barracks, is down in the description below. So progressing through into that second attack, again we're going to be looking to take down an air sweeper and an air defense. Now if you can catch 2 air defenses as well as a sweeper, that is going to be all the better, but more often than not you're only really going to be able to line up 1 air defense with the sweeper. Next up I want to talk about the Stone Slammer. Now you'll see in the army composition at the start of the attack we do actually have a blimp available as well. We bring it in the Clan Castle, but 9 times out of 10 you're going to be able to take down that Town Hall with either your heroes or the Electro Dragons themselves, so a blimp becomes pretty pointless. A Stone Slammer itself is significantly more impactful because it can do so much more damage. Continuously dropping down those rage spells, like I said, as you're coming into heavy parts of the base where you've got Inferno Towers, air defenses, Tesla farms, even the Town Hall itself, these are parts of the base you want to get through nice and quickly. But you'll see we did speak about that Stone Slammer, and look at it go. It's still alive even though we dropped it right at the start of this attack. No problem at all for us, and of course we have some balloons and a dragon that is going to come out of there just to help along proceedings. But again, when it comes to spells, if you find yourself with lots of spells at the back end, don't be scared to use them. You'll see we've still got a couple of freezies, one of which we use on the air defense at the top section of the base right here. We have a rage as well, so we might as well go ahead and pop them. But again, it's another very, very convincing 3-star, a mindless 3-star, spamming in those E-Dragons. The only difficult thing with this attack is lining up that giant arrow at the start. But there we are, another 3-star on the board, and we have one more example. So this strategy is actually one of my favorites to do some really easy farming because it's so fast. You can actually just spam it in those E-Dragons and you're tripling bases within about 1.5 minutes, so it's really good for just spamming in your troops and getting very, very easy triples. I've seen a lot of people also just do the quick, quit out after you get the 50%. But E-Drags are so fast that honestly that strategy sometimes is actually better just to allow it to 3-star. You can get your star bonus even faster. But when it comes to Clan Wars, Clan War Leagues, stuff like that, even trophy pushing at higher levels, This strategy is really, really good. You're always pretty much guaranteed a 2-star against higher town halls than you because of the initial damage you can get from those E-Dragons. Sometimes as they progress through braces, they can die off towards the end, but the power that you can get at the start, especially when you rage them up, is absolutely incredible. So you'll see right here, we have gone opposite town hall side. We didn't come in with the blimp. Again, we picked the slammer, but this is what I'm talking about. The power of the E-Dragons can push all the way through to the back end. You can go ahead and freeze up some of those heavier defenses, including the town hall itself, if you want to. And this base does not stand a chance. Another very easy 3-star on the board for us. Again, just to remind you guys, giant arrow, you will need to have it fairly well leveled up in order to take down the air defense and the air sweeper at the start. But other than that, it really does not matter what pieces of equipment you guys decide to bring. As you can see, we don't bring the Barbarian King in this particular attack. It's going to be the Grand Warden and Minion Prince. They combine very well with the E-Dragons. We didn't really talk much about their abilities, but they're fairly self-explanatory. But hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Hopefully you're going to be able to get lots of incredibly easy 3-stars with it. And thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.